What if I told you that right now, with just a few clicks on Amazon, you could order gadgets that feel like they belong on a police evidence table, not in your delivery box? We're talking about devices that toe the line of surveillance law, tools that mimic law enforcement equipment, and gadgets that sit in a legal gray zone most people don't even know exists. These aren't banned items. Amazon still sells every single one of them today. Some are completely harmless. Others could get you a fine, a felony charge, or a very awkward conversation with police if used the wrong way. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And I want to know, which one of these gadgets have you actually seen in real life, or even own yourself? Drop it in the comments. Let's see how many of you have snuck one of these into your home. Number 1. Uniden Bearcat Beacon 125AT. Starting the list is the Uniden Bearcat Beacon 125AT, a handheld police scanner that intercepts emergency service communications. It's a compact black unit with a small screen and antenna built to pick up frequencies used by police, fire departments, and ambulance services. Owning one isn't federally illegal in the US, but several states have strict rules about using it inside a vehicle. And in places like Florida, Indiana, and New York, having one in your car while committing an offense can turn a minor situation into serious legal trouble. Amazon still sells it with almost no restriction on who can buy it. Number 2. Boring Company Flamethrower. Next is the Boring Company Flamethrower, the product Elon Musk's tunnel company famously released as a joke that became a real bestseller. It's a handheld torch with a trigger grip that shoots a controlled blast of flame several feet long. Technically classified as a roofing torch to dodge stricter regulations, it's still illegal to own in California. Number 3. Power Outlet Camera. Then there's the Power Outlet Camera, a device built to look exactly like a standard wall socket, working plug ports included, but hiding a high-definition camera behind the faceplate. It's legal to use in your own home for security, but recording people without their knowledge in a bedroom, bathroom, or any private space violates privacy law in most states, even if it's your own house and the person being recorded is a guest. Number 4. Mini Telescope. The mini telescope looks harmless, small enough to fit in a jacket pocket. But some versions sold under names like Bird-Watching Scope or Nature Observation Tool are built with military-grade optics strong enough to see clearly for miles. Regular telescopes are completely legal, but using one of these stronger models to look into someone's private property crosses straight into a privacy violation, no matter how innocent the packaging looks. Number 5. Lawmate CM-TC Tin. The Lawmate CM-TC Tin disguises itself as an ordinary car key fob, but hidden inside is a camera capable of recording high-definition video without any visible sign it's active. Investigators sometimes use similar tools legally, but for a regular person, this device is built specifically for secret recording, and in two-party consent states. Using it to record a conversation without permission is a felony offense. Number 6. Proxmark 3 NFC RFID Card Reader. Now here's where things get more serious. The Proxmark 3 NFC RFID Card Reader. It's a small, handheld device with an antenna capable of reading, cloning, and manipulating RFID cards and NFC chips. Security professionals use it legitimately to test building access systems, which keeps it legal to buy. But the same device can clone hotel key cards or access badges, and using it to copy someone else's card is a serious federal crime. Number 7. Security Tag Magnet Remover. The Security Tag Magnet Remover is a powerful neodymium magnet, often shaped like an ordinary paperweight, designed to pop the plastic ink tags off store merchandise. Retailers use official versions when their deactivation systems fail. Number 8. Wall wiretap. The wall wiretap is sold under names like stethoscope microphone or sound amplifier, and it's built to pick up conversations through walls using advanced acoustic technology. Some models can even pick up sound through concrete. Using one to listen in on neighbors, hotel guests, or anyone else without consent is a clear violation of privacy law and often falls directly under federal wiretapping statutes. Number 9. High-powered laser. High-powered lasers sold on Amazon often carry mislabeled power ratings that make them look weaker than they actually are. Some are strong enough to cause permanent eye damage instantly, and pointing one at an aircraft is a federal crime that can carry up to 20 years in prison. Many of these lasers are visible from miles away and powerful enough to start small fires, which is exactly why authorities take them seriously. Number 10. Nolec or Telstar V5. The Nolec or Telstar V5 is a tiny USB stick, barely bigger than a thumb drive, that turns a laptop into a software-defined radio capable of intercepting and decoding a wide range of communications, including some unencrypted police and air traffic control transmissions. The hardware itself is legal and popular among radio hobbyists, but using it to intercept private communications is a federal crime under the Electronic Communications Privacy Act. Number 11. Car key grabber. Car key grabbers are built to intercept and replay the signal from keyless entry fobs, letting someone unlock and start a modern vehicle without ever touching the key. These devices can capture a signal from hundreds of feet away. Using one to steal a car is obviously illegal, but simply possessing one with intent to commit theft is already a crime in most states. Number 12. Glock 18 lighter. The Glock 18 lighter is molded and painted to look like a fully automatic pistol, right down to the grip texture. It's realistic enough that it's been mistaken for an actual firearm by security personnel, leading to dangerous confrontations. Many states restrict realistic weapon replicas in schools, airports, and government buildings, and pulling one out in public, even as a joke, can lead to serious charges. Number 13. Bushnell Equinox Z. The Bushnell Equinox Z is a digital night vision device that produces clear images in complete darkness. Night vision itself isn't illegal, but some of these higher-end models fall under international arms trafficking regulations, meaning certain versions technically shouldn't be sold to civilians without proper licensing, since the same capability is valuable for poaching, burglary, and unauthorized surveillance. Number 14. HAK5 cable. The HAK5 cable looks completely identical to a normal USB or charging cable, but hidden inside is electronics capable of hacking into a computer or phone the moment it's plugged in, silently installing malware or granting remote access. Cybersecurity professionals use it legally for authorized penetration testing, but using it on someone else's device without permission is a serious federal computer crime, which is why many companies now ban unknown cables entirely. Number 15. Seek Thermal Compact. The Seek Thermal Compact is a small attachment that turns a smartphone into a thermal imaging camera, capable of detecting heat signatures through walls and in total darkness. It has legitimate uses for home inspection and hunting, but the same technology can reveal the location of people inside a building, which makes it a genuine surveillance concern if used to spy on neighbors or scout a property. Number 16. Spy camera glasses. Spy camera glasses look like an ordinary pair of thick-framed sunglasses, but a hidden lens in the frame records high-definition video and audio with zero visible indication it's recording. They've been banned from schools, gyms, and changing rooms, but enforcement is difficult since they're indistinguishable from regular eyewear, and using them to record someone in a private setting without consent is illegal in most places. Number 17. Multi-Pick Chronos. The Multi-Pick Chronos is an electric lockpick capable of opening most standard pin tumbler locks in seconds, sold in a sleek case that looks more like a professional toolkit than a burglar's toolkit. Locksmiths and hobbyists in the growing sport of locksport use it legally, but civilian ownership is restricted in several states, and simply carrying one can result in a possession of burglary tools charge even without committing any crime. Number 18. Round Handcuff Key. A universal round handcuff key looks like nothing more than a small brass key, but it's built to work on most standard law enforcement handcuffs. There are legitimate reasons to own one, but they're primarily bought by people planning to escape custody or defeat restraints, and if found during an arrest, possessing one can lead to additional charges and be treated as evidence of premeditation. Number 19. Voice Changer. Voice changers clip onto a phone or headset and alter a person's voice in real time, convincingly enough to mimic someone else entirely. They're legal and mostly used for pranks, streaming, and content creation. But they've also become a common tool in phone scams targeting elderly victims and in harassment campaigns. And using one to impersonate law enforcement or another person for fraud is a criminal offense. Number 20. Le Petit Protector Ring. The Le Petit Protector Ring is an ordinary-looking fashion ring that conceals a small blade designed to flick open quickly for self-defense. Self-defense tools aren't inherently illegal, but many jurisdictions specifically ban concealed blade weapons, and wearing one into a school, airport, or government building can lead to weapons charges even if you never intended to use it. Number 21. Velcase Drone. The Velcase drone looks like a regular consumer drone at first glance, but it's built with advanced cameras and a near-silent flight mode that make it well-suited for surveillance. Flying any drone over private property without permission is illegal in most areas, and this model's ability to record high-quality video from a distance while staying practically undetectable makes it a much bigger privacy concern than a typical hobby drone. Number 22. Flame Exhaust Thrower. The flame exhaust thrower is a small attachment that bolts onto a car's exhaust system and shoots visible flames several feet out the back on command. It looks impressive at a car meet, but it's an illegal modification on public roads in most states, carrying real risk of fines and vehicle impoundment. And it's been tied to road rage incidents that escalated into serious criminal charges. Number 23. Stun Gun Phone Case. The stun gun phone case looks like an ordinary smartphone case, but it hides a powerful stun gun capable of incapacitating an attacker at the press of a button. Self-defense is a legitimate concern for a lot of buyers, but stun guns are fully banned in several states and cities, so carrying one without checking local law first can turn a self-defense purchase into a weapons charge. Number 24. Spytech GPS Tracker. The Spytech GPS Tracker is a small, easily hidden device meant to be attached to a vehicle or a bag to track its location in real time. It has legitimate uses for tracking your own property, but placing it on someone else's car or belongings without their knowledge is a form of stalking in the eyes of the law, and these trackers have shown up repeatedly in domestic violence and harassment cases. Number 25. Flashing Police Lights. LED light bars designed to mimic police emergency lighting are sold openly on Amazon, but using them on public roads is illegal in every state. They can easily be mistaken for real police equipment, and beyond the confusion it causes, using them to try to pull over another driver is treated as impersonating an officer, which carries serious federal consequences. Number 26. Spy Camera Wall Clock. The spy camera wall clock looks like an ordinary clock you'd hang in any room, but it hides a fully functional camera and microphone capable of recording high-definition video and audio for hours. Because it's designed specifically for covert recording, using it to film people without their consent, especially in private spaces, crosses directly into a privacy violation with real criminal consequences. Number 27. Green strobe lights. High-intensity green strobe lights might seem like a harmless novelty, but they're restricted because that specific wavelength can interfere with aircraft night vision systems and temporarily blind pilots. Using these lights anywhere near an airport or a flight path is treated as a federal offense, since the green frequency overlaps with military-grade night vision technology. Number 28. Electric shocker ring. The electric shocker ring is a piece of jewelry built to deliver a painful shock to anyone who touches it, marketed mostly as a self-defense accessory. In many places, it's legally classified as a concealed weapon rather than jewelry, and wearing it into a school or government building, let alone using it on someone, can lead to weapons or even assault charges. Number 29. Ruco 11 Pro 2 drone. The Ruco 11 Pro 2 looks like a standard consumer drone, but certain modified versions are capable of flying at altitudes and distances that push past FA limits. That extended range makes it appealing for people who want to fly in restricted airspace or use it for surveillance, and doing so without proper authorization can lead to serious federal violations. Number 30. Magnetic micro earpiece. Closing out the list is the magnetic micro earpiece. A device so small it sits invisibly deep in the ear canal, controlled by magnetic induction with zero external wires. It's been used to cheat on exams, job interviews, and licensing tests. And while owning one isn't illegal on its own, using it in a testing environment is often treated as a serious offense, with many organizations now running magnetic detection specifically to catch it. So, here's the real takeaway. Almost none of these gadgets are actually illegal to buy, and Amazon isn't breaking any laws by listing them. What matters entirely is how you use them, where you use them, and whether someone else's privacy, safety, or property gets crossed in the process. Technology keeps shrinking, hiding, and blending into everyday objects, and the line between a clever gadget and a criminal charge is often thinner than people realize. If this list opened your eyes to what's quietly sitting in Amazon's catalog, smash that like button. Subscribe for more videos like this, and tell me in the comments which gadget surprised you the most.